All right. So you can kind of see there the Pontiac's coming together. It won't be long before I have that fired up. Right now I got this Equinox. I don't know. If you've watched my community tab, you've already seen this. So you can see that right here. Control arm's all broken in half. So the struts also up here are all leaking. This one's bent. The one on the other side's also leaking. So we got us some cheap eBay struts. This is somebody who doesn't often pay me like they're supposed to. They're a friend, so it's getting the cheapest of the cheap parts just to make it roll again. The Mac Zorbers. It's a shame this car was beautiful at one time, but it's like 2 quarts low on oil. My guess from that filter hasn't been changed in a while. And they've ripped the mirrors off the side of it. Hit right there. Just interior's all dirty. This just broke off the door. It's a shame when I took a look at this car, man. It was beautiful. I didn't want for a thing. Now it's about time for it to go to the junkyard. In about 6 months. It's crazy. It looks like the valve cover is leaking a little bit, and maybe something up here around the timing cover. But I mean, it's not a bad leak. You just have to check your oil every once in a while. Like, you know, I don't know. People's crazy. Anyway, we'll go ahead, get this strut busted loose. And my new little friend right here. Move stuff around. Oh crap. Oh, here they are. I got too much stuff out right now. Oh, that's the wrong way. Hang on. Gotta hold on to this one. It's got some power. Alright. I'm gonna also just take and unplug this wheel speed sensor. Looks like we got some kind of a bolt up here. Hate it when that happens. Alright, it's gonna be like that. Well, time to get the good stuff. We'll try metric first. Okay. Okay, that's all fine. So now I guess it's just a matter of hammering out these bolts. You're gonna need a bigger wrench. Okay, well, I'll just screw these back on to where it's flush. Alright, so here's a little polite. We're going to go ahead and see if we can't bust her loose here. Alright. She's in there. Kind of vibrate a little bit of the good stuff down in here. So we gotta get that right there loose. That's a 10 milli. So this guy right here is what holds this bracket on with our brake line and ABS wiring. Everybody talks about cheap tools. These old Craftsman, had them since I was a teenager, man. Still have every single one of them. They're still kind of like my go-to sockets for dragging out in the driveway. It works better when you use the right size, though. We'll try 13. Ah, I knew that was going to break. There's just nothing you can do. Alright, we'll take care of that. Luckily, we're replacing the strut that it bolts onto, so we'll just get a new bolt and put it in there. No big deal. Alright, let's go ahead and get this on out of here. Tingles. Yeah, with that control arm broke, man, she really wants to come down, and I don't want to separate that darn drive shaft. Couple bigger problems. Let me get something to rest this on. Not the axle's actually bad, it's clicking, but I'm not replacing it right now. Like I said, this one's kind of coming out of my pocket for the moment. I don't know if I'm getting paid. Alright, so now hey, what's up? Okay. No, I'm good. Love you too. Bye. These might break too. Oh, screw this. Hang on. Okay, it's out. It's definitely bent right up here. All right. Yeehaw. Find the kit down here. There we go. So we're just gonna get this little guy hooked up here. I think that should be fine. All right, squeeze that side down a little more. Like a time bomb. Blast this off. Figures. Man, that strut is messed up. That thing is messed up. There we go. Well, we're going to need a new strut bearing plate. They done it up so bad that they tore the strut bearing out of it. People are just insane. These are just... I was hoping we could just change them out, but I think they've been out jumping railroad tracks and crap, man. Alright, I'll be careful with this spring. Let me get these vice grips out of here. Okay. The stoppers are completely crunched up too. Look at that. Man, that might have been better off just to get some quick struts for this guy. Trying to save some money. I'll see if I can get a new stopper and strut bearing plate, I guess. You can see in there where it's just been all the oil leaked out of it. I can, yeah, check that out. That's a good strut right there, man. Oh man, the things I get myself into with people who trash their cars. You know, when your strut is perfect and it's not leaking and there's nothing wrong with it, and in 6 months it's like this, that's because somebody is driving like a lunatic. That's not normal wear and tear. This isn't even caused by the collision that broke the control arm. This is somebody jumping railroad tracks and trying to go 50 miles an hour over potholes. That's somebody that won't slow down. I'm sorry, I try not to usually cuss. Okay, let me go see if I can find the parts I need at a local store or order them. Darn it. Alright, so I'm going to have to order those strut bearing plates online because it's just too expensive to get them locally. $111 a piece. I'm not putting that kind of money out of my pocket in this piece of junk. It's a shame that this is a piece of junk now because it was a really nice vehicle 6 months ago. I don't know, I guess all mechanics I think go through this, and you know, I'm going through a transition phase where I used to just do it for fun and to help friends, to where I am trying to make a little bit of extra money for my family now, right? I've got a son that needs a lot of financial help right now, and I've got my own stuff to pay for, and I have quite a sizable investment in tools. I mean, even cheap tools cost money, and when you have a lot of tools, you have a lot of investment in those tools, you know, and you know, they weren't free. Even Harbor Freight's not free. So I don't know, I need to use my tools, my knowledge, my experience, and my time to make money. And right now this vehicle is not only costing me money in parts and costing me my time, it's costing me my ability to make money because I'm going to have to turn down a couple jobs because this piece of crap's sitting in my driveway for another week. You know, and it's just that, you know, if you didn't drive the vehicle to death, right, it might have still had a broken control arm, right, but the struts, this didn't happen from hitting whatever they hit. These struts happen from jumping railroad tracks and potholes and driving like a lunatic. You can make up all the stories you want about how you're not driving bad, but I can see the evidence in the damage, and I know what it takes to cause that, and it's not from normal driving. Not when they were perfectly fine 6 months ago. So, it is what it is. I mean, I guess, you know, the problem is that this particular person won't do a thing to take care of their car. You know, they rarely change the oil. They still haven't come over to get the transmission fluid changed. They still haven't come over to get the thermostat changed, because these have a tendency to stick a thermostat and then they crack their heads. But I guarantee you, as soon as the transmission goes out, I'm going to be on the speed dial. As soon as the heads crack because they didn't change the thermostat for $7.50, I'm going to be on speed dial, right? Oh crap, now it's actually broken, I can't get to work. Well, an ounce of prevention's worth a pound of cure, you know, and I'm tired of giving away pounds of cure for free. You know, I'd be happy to give away a little prevention for free. Bring it over, you're a friend, hang out for a while, we'll change the oil. Bring it over, we'll change the thermostat. These are quick, easy things that we can do so that you don't show up with this bad transmission and you don't show up with a cracked head, right? But when they're not even willing to take a little time to do those things, you just have to kind of that off and just be like, look, I'm just sorry. Take it up the street. It'll be about $1,700 to have the heads replaced on it. Maybe it just takes some big bills like that for them to actually realize, like, oh crap, maybe I should take care of my vehicle. You have to put first things first, and if you don't start putting first things first, everything will always be an emergency, because nothing will be maintained. I mean, this is true in all areas of life, right? You have to spend time with your wife and talk to your wife and take care of your wife and take your wife out to dinner once in a while and tell her you love her and have a great relationship with your wife, so that when something really hard comes along in life, your relationship's already strong and you can lean on it. But if you ignore your wife and you don't talk to her and you're always mean to her or mad at her, and she's barely hanging in there as it is, and then something really bad happens, you're not going to weather that storm. It's the same thing with everything in life. You have to put first things first. You have to put the important things first, or you lose them. And I have to put my family first and make some extra money so that I can take care of them. And I can't do that if I'm doing all this free work. And granted, I mean, he offered to leave it sit till he had some money, and I was like, no, go ahead and bring it on over, and I'll start looking at it. It's just, now it's a mess. You know, it's worse than I thought it was. So, I don't know. Again, if you just maintain it and don't drive it like crazy, it'll last a long time. I could have drove this vehicle for 10 years with no major problems. Just because I wouldn't drive it like an idiot. Alright, well, that's all I got, folks. I'm going to get to work on this Pontiac. I did buy this new DeWalt. This is the one that puts out 700 foot-pounds with 1,200 foot-pounds of breakaway torque. I don't know if it's got 1,200 foot-pounds of breakaway torque, but this thing's a beast. Let me tell you. This thing gets it done. It is a heavy sucker, though. With the battery, it's probably 6-7 pounds. It's got the little light right there on the bottom that shines up. But you got the 3 power settings. I like this tool. I wouldn't mind getting the slightly smaller version, though. That would just fit in a little bit better. But it says it's a made in USA, which probably means it's put in the box in the USA. But, you know, I don't really care where it's made, as long as it works. But since I got that grinder and I had some batteries, I decided to buy this tool only. $211 off of Home Depot's website. The store didn't have the tool only in stock, so I ordered it, and I can make some payments on it on the Home Depot card and pay it off. I had a coupon thing, so I got 6 months no interest. So I'll just, you know, pay it off over 6 months, divide those payments up. I mean, I might as well if I'm not paying any interest, rather than paying for it up front. So I'm really digging this, and the grinder is good too. I've used it a couple times. It works really well. So just handy stuff. Like to get some more DeWalt tools eventually. I'm thinking I'm just kind of changing over from the Ryobi system to the DeWalt system. The Ryobi stuff's not bad, and I've used my impact driver for a lot, but it's starting to make electric-y smells when I use it, so it's about to burn up. The Ryobi stuff just hasn't really held up over heavy use over time. Like, when I'm just out there I mean, I use my impact driver at work. I use it here at home. I use it for mechanicking, driving screws, bolts. I'm always using that thing. And I've had it for a couple years now, and it's held up okay. But, you know, it's just not quite as good as some of the other stuff. I think DeWalt's a step up from Ryobi, and of course Milwaukee's a step up from DeWalt, but, you know, one step at a time, right? And I don't really want to invest too much more into Ryobi tools and Ryobi battery systems. I think I'd just rather invest it towards the DeWalt stuff for now and go that direction. But anyway, that's all I got, folks. I don't know, what do you think? You know, leave it down in the comments. I mean, do you have these problems with friends if you're a mechanic always wanting you to fix something for free? I don't know. I don't want to lose friendships. I don't want to become a hermit, right? I still want to be able to help people, but at the same time, I need to make some money. And, you know, if you're really my friend, you'd want to pay me and see me be successful at what I do, right? Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. It's Tom, your free will prepper.